So when I go back to my work, it's going to change his routine. So would you suggest anything about that?
I wouldn't change his routine. I would take his routine as much as you can, you know, to the person that is going to take care of him, you know. So I would write down, you know, what he does, what you do with him during of the day. There is a big difference between schedule and routine. A schedule is a parent direct feeding, and you know, especially feeding, you know, so the baby has to be fed every 3 hours, and then it's 9, it's 12. I don't like that. I like routine. It's like if the baby, of course, the baby eats every 3 hours or every 3.5 hours, maybe 2.5 if he's too hungry, you know, once in a while he goes only 2.5 hours, and that's okay for him. And sometimes he's sleeping and he goes more than 3 hours. He goes 3.5, up to 4 hours. I let him to go during of the day. If his weight is good, which I think, you know, you said that the doctor is happy with his weight. I would write down, you know, like, okay, I get my baby up in the morning, like by 7 in the morning, and then I feed him, and then I bring him to the living room or to the kitchen with me because I'm going to prepare breakfast, and the baby is going to be on a car seat or is going to be on the gym. I don't know where, Jimmy, on the floor or bouncing chair, you know, and then you move the baby from, you know, bouncing chair to the floor. It's kind of things that you do. I call this routine. And then when it's like 3 hours after the baby ate, and then you say, okay, now the baby starts, it's time for a nap. I like to make the place that they nap and they go to sleep at night different than daytime, because then you give a signal to them that's a nap time, you know what I mean? Okay. Maybe you close the shades, you know, you take him to a corner of, or can be the bedroom, or sometimes, you know, it's, you don't want the baby too far away, but you know, you make a corner on your house, you know, and dark it a little bit and let the baby sleep there. Okay. Because then he starts to understand that when he feels tired, he associates, you know, sleep time with the place that he sleeps. Okay. Sometimes babies, they like to have like a little thing that they can rely on, you know, like a little blanket, you know, everything that is safe to the baby, you know. Okay. Nothing that is going to cover the baby's face. In this age, he's not capable to take things out of his face, so you have to take care of him, you know, keep him close to you. And sometimes they like to snuggle, you know, against sometimes, you know, he looks for, you know, something to go to sleep. Yeah, I would take his routine to the person. Okay.
And would you also suggest taking the baby out in the sun every day? So
fresh air. We call fresh air because I don't want to see take a baby to the sun, because can you imagine if people, they get it wrong, you know, sun can burn. So we say fresh air. Yes, very important.
So is it during the morning or towards the evening, but not in the evening, right?
I use your best judgment, you know. If it's good for you mornings, you know, and it's fresh outside, you don't wanna go outside when it's too hot. You know what I mean? The sun is on the top. You don't have any shade. You know, so you choose the time, morning or afternoon. You know, take the baby on a stroller, or you can take the baby out in the garden. You know, and fresh air is always good.
Okay.